I'll call the Human Resource Committee to order. And committee members, let's see, Jeff Meredith's on the phone, Tim Cober's on the phone, Daniel Trust is here, and Cindy Youngkin's here, so we're all present. Is there any public comment on issues with committee jurisdiction? Of course, as always, we can't take action until they've been publicly noticed. Seeing none, I'll move on. Did you all have an opportunity to read the riveting minutes from May 12th? Riveting. May 22nd, of 2024?
I would move to approve the riveting minutes if we can approve them prior to our agenda time slot.
Second.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Daniel. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Executive Director comments?
Nothing that isn't on the agenda.
Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of liberty here and move the exempt staff position, item number 5, up before the closed meeting. Daniel, do you want to take this on?
You bet. So, Madam Chair, members, we have 11 exempt positions under statute. We have 10 of them filled at the current time. We've looked at where best to deploy those, and I guess in a long story short, the deputy position at BOI is not only my backfill, but also really a chief operations officer. Budget, HR, facilities, technology, she's our go-to. In that vein, she was previously classified under the state employee sort of Department of Administration world. They have eliminated the prior position description and salary range for that job description. She used to be an operations manager, it's now a business manager. We didn't know they were gonna do it, it just sort of happened and cut the market by a very substantial amount. So we found out we're in a red circle is sort of the, you can't do anything with this person's position, no matter their knowledge, skills, abilities, or contributions. So my recommended cure to the board is let's move the deputy director into a deputy director COO position, get it outside of that state process, and make her one of your direct employees as you do with John and me. Happy to answer any questions.
I just mentioned one of the goals, I think, is this board is to make us more independent from Department of Commerce. And the one that makes that possible is this position. So I think in looking at our overall goals, it's really in line with that.
How will that position change your ability to do other things? Is it gonna free you up at all to do additional?
Two sides to that. First, I hate yes people. And Peg is, I hate yes people. Someone who just comes in, oh, that's a great idea, let's do it. Peg has a very soothing way of telling you to go to hell and just smile the whole way. So if.
It's not a bad trait.
No, it's a great trait. So that position broadening a bit will help me focus on the tectonics, and the day-to-day can be handled more at that level. You know, I want to be spending my time on strategic direction of the board. How can we make the state more money within the investment portfolios, particularly Coal Trust? How do we deploy these programs that the legislature saddle us with? And then really for the next at least year, just security building stuff, I'd say. So Peg will handle that. We're gonna deploy, hopefully in the next couple of months, us performing a lot of the tasks that was previously performed by the Department of Commerce in-house. She will supervise that transition. So that would be payroll, pro cards, things of that nature. So really it becomes more of a day-to-day is with Peg as the chief operating officer, and then I'll stay at the board policy sort of investment level.
Is that position gonna then become a good kind of insurance policy in case something happened to you?
So our fallbacks, if I'm hit by a bus or make all of you mad, my duties go to John and Peg, in her absence, or in my absence. If, the fallback for John is his duties come to me, and then I lean on the cabinet. One of the places that you'll see later in the reports is our administrative functions, particularly with this position and the comptroller, is where we really need some succession planning. We have a weakness in our internal functions, and we need to pick that up a little bit. So
This would take care of that?
it would help take care of that. I don't think it would cure it. I mean, if something were to happen to Peg, not to use names, but if something were to happen to Peg, we're in trouble.
So you still need a second tier on that front.
Yep, I do.
But right now, you're the first tier and she's the second.
Correct.
Basically, you oversee the implementation, but you're not hung up in it, so you can't see what's going on. When I look at, you look at the forest, they're looking at the trees.
I'm the what, they're the how.
Yep.
We need to increase our data security.
Yep.
Let's go work on a plan for it.
And it's hard to be visionary if you're stuck in the details.
Right, not that I'm not, but
Well, you're gonna be.
I got a
But you have to
2 hour
understand
day
it, but you
commute.
don't have to be the one doing it.
Exactly. No, we lean on, for instance, when we, as you'll hear later in the DLA report, we're gonna improve our contract management systems. I'm gonna be leaning on her to do that. The what of the contracts of, what contracts are most important, what do we need to function day to day will be a John and my level conversation with her input, and then tracking it and monitoring it and procuring it and negotiating the contracts are gonna be at her level.
And then her ability to delegate that to other people is what will provide the coverage if something happened to her.
Eventually,
Yeah,
I don't
not
have
right
that
away.
capacity right now.
Not right away, but
Yep.
ultimately, that's what you're looking for.
Yes,
And I think she's also has developed into playing a role of where there are things that you need to be aware of and know. She brings those to your attention, and she helps you resolve
Yep.
many of those issues.
right. I did move legal under her when we hired court. So now she's got the legal arm of the operation under her as well.
Well, and I just mentioned that she seems a little more in tune with the board, or at least with me. She's been helpful on a few things, and that's been good too.
When I read through the document, there are a lot of words like she assists you doing this or that. That can go two different ways, in my experience. One is you can have somebody that you tell them what to do and they do it. The other is they figure out what needs to be done and tell you what they're gonna do and then go do it. Which does she fit into?
I would say both. So I'll give you an example. Well, I don't want to give that example with the cameras on. Let's say contract management. There are contracts where I said, we need to kill these contracts. They're not adding value and they're costing us money. She goes and kills them. She takes care of it. Other instances, hey, we have other agencies roaming through our buildings without our notice. They're wandering around because the security on the key cards aren't sufficient. Oh, okay, go fix it. And she goes and fixes it. So it's a both ways. Particularly on HR issues, John and I will talk to her about something and she will give us okay, here's how we should handle those things in compliance. We also bring her HR issues. Hey, we need to handle this. What's the right path? So it's very much both of those.
Any other questions? So we would need a motion to,
Approve the
Dan's
recommendation as
recommendation.
presented. Yep.
Not on the committee. So moved.
Thanks, Daniel. Do you have a second?
Second.
Thanks. All those in favor say aye.
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 All same sign, motion carries.
Does that include the pay adjustment as well?
No. Yeah, well, but there's more too. We're gonna go there now, right?
Okay, all right.
Jeez, Mark,
I'm
just
sorry.
jumping ahead on me, just kidding.
Just wanted to make sure.
This, this portion of the meeting relates to matters of individual privacy. I have determined that the demand of individual privacy clearly exceeds the merit of public disclosure. As such, this portion of the meeting will be closed.
Right.
That